What these people have done, they have discovered the possibility of all of this, the reality of all of it. 25 years ago, we began a ministry at the University of Tennessee, and we have tried to work at it, and creating that ministry has allowed us to train people who've come here to school. And some have caught fire and started the same thing in other places. And Kyle and Amanda have gotten a greater vision, an enlarged vision of all this, and we appreciate it. Won't you come and share just a word with us, and we'll move forward in just a moment. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate it very much to be here. And, when we think about our public schools, many times we travel around, the common consensus is that they're closed, they're off limits. Our public schools, our high schools, the college campuses, God's been kicked out, prayer's out, the Bible's out. And as I discovered here for many years, the door is wide open. Really, on our colleges and universities, the door could not be any more wide open. And we have the resources available in our churches in each college town. Let me ask you a question real quick. If you're not from Knoxville, Tennessee, you're studying here, but as students, you're from somewhere else, how many of you have a community college, a private college, or a major university in your hometown within 30 minutes driving time? Will you just raise your hand really quick? Hold it high. Okay, let me ask you one more question. You can put that down. How many of you in your home church have an active ministry that meets on campus that's recognized by the school? Raise your hand for me and hold it up high. Okay, thank you. I see a couple, and I'd love to talk to you while we're here to understand more about it. But what I want you to see is you saw all those hands go up. The resources are there in the community to reach the college campus. It's not that we don't have laborers. It's just that we don't understand the ability to go in and how to do it. And that's where our ministry comes in. Collegians for Christ, yes, is a network of local ministry Bible studies, but it's also now organized to where we can go into a church, we can train, we can survey the campus, we provide resources, everything to help a church get a ministry started on that campus. You know, we talked about the international aspect. The average campus is represented by 40 to 80 nations. And I really didn't understand that. When I came here, I sat in school 4 years, and we surrendered really one night at a missions conference, probably 6 years ago, and just said, Lord, we thought maybe we were going to go to Mexico as missionaries. The Lord really redirected that. I didn't look for this ministry at all. It wasn't on my radar at all. It found me, and I still don't half know what I'm doing, but God's leading in it. But we surrendered down here and said, God, we'll do whatever you want us to do. We'll go wherever you want us to go. And he picked college ministry. And I was like, what are you doing, Lord? I have a burden for international students. I have a burden for Mexicans and different things. And I'm working with Americans. But very shortly, I began to understand the opportunities on these college campuses. I said 40 to 80 nations are represented on your average college campus. If I ask you today, is Saudi Arabia a closed country? How about Iran? Is it closed? Kuwait, Iraq? Are they closed countries? We would say, well, yeah, they're not exactly saying, come on in, American missionaries. We understand there are works going on, but I'm going to submit to you they are not closed countries. Why? Because they select their nation's leaders and they send them to America. Where do they send them? They send them to Knoxville, Tennessee. They send them to Boone, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, to study at NC State University. And they land in our church's backyards. And as you see by the hands that went up today, the college and universities are a neglected mission field in America. We won't change in America. We say that, we seek that, but we must go where our nation's leaders are. We must seek that change, because if we change the university, you see, we can change the world. Why? Because it's our nation's leaders that are attending there. Not only our nation's leaders, the world leaders are going to go through there. And you see, if you go to the college campus with me, you have the opportunity to carry out the entire Great Commission in Acts 1:8. Why? Because you have students who are from Jerusalem, from that town. Typically, you have students from every county in that state. And then you have students that are from the uttermost, from probably 100 countries across the world study there. Go with me to the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. Over half the world sitting there, over 140 countries represented there. You say, well, what can we do? It's a great question. We need laborers. You saw the hands that went up. The churches are there. The resources are there. But what are we going to do? If you have a home church that's in a college town, we'd love to talk with you, your pastor, whoever. And you see, it doesn't have to be a church staff worker to run this ministry. It doesn't have to be somebody paid on staff. That can be that way, but it can be someone that is a lay person. The most greatest untapped resource is the lay people in the church. And they can successfully run this ministry. With children, it doesn't matter. A husband and wife and little kids, that's a great asset. But we need workers, we need lay people, and they need to understand the door is open and that we are here to help. that we can guide all the way through. We need missionaries. We're at a missions conference, right? We need missionaries that can join with Collegians for Christ and to go out on the college campuses. One, just to go out and take churches. Go out and make use of the free speech area. Pass out tracts, witness, and show that local church in that area that there's an open door, that we can come behind that and help them establish a ministry. We need young men and women who have already established a ministry in their college town, whether you're a youth pastor, whether you're a lay person, whether you're an education teacher, whatever it is. That you can establish a ministry like this, and then God would call you out to go and train and take a region of the United States. We need laborers. We're facing Satan's army on the college campuses. And we need God to raise up an army to go in 7,200 schools in America. That's daunting. God is working. We've seen groups started. But if they're going to be reached, it's going to take young people like you with a burden. You say, well, I want to reach Islamic people. Great, go to ETSU up here in Tennessee, because there's a hot pocket there of Muslim people. Clarksville, Tennessee, think of it. You could go there as a missionary, literally, and every year, guess what? New ones come in, other ones go. But it's going to take you, and it's going to take other laborers. Change the university, and you change the world.